So this was, X.com was a precursor to PayPal, basically.
That's right, yeah.
Right? You merged with Confinity, and it became PayPal, major success.
Yeah, so it worked out better than we expected. Yeah. So yeah, Confinity. So initially, Confinity and X.com started out from slightly different directions, and then converged to the same point. With X, the thought was to create an integrated set of financial services, so you could go to one place and do all of your financial anything. And then as a feature, we had the ability to transfer money or securities or anything simply by entering a unique identifier. So like a email address or phone number or something like that. Right. When we would demo the system, the hard stuff, which was the integration of all the financial services, people would not be interested in, but they'd be really interested in being able to transfer money using an email address, even though that was actually quite easy. And so we focused our energy on that. And although it's easy in principle, what gets really hard is adding security while still keeping it easy to use. So, because it's like the Willy Loman quote, like why do you rob banks? Because that's where the money is. So why do people rob PayPal? Same reason. Right. And so you can dial up the security to a really high level, but then you're going to make it very hard to use. And so that was one of the toughest things we wrestled with.
If you were to do it all over again, you're in our shoes, what industry would that be in? Where would you start your own business today?
I do the same thing. Yeah. I mean, for one thing, I'd be a failure at anything else probably. I mean, I'm not gonna, no, I mean, I had fun when I was in my 20s, my 30s. Now I'm 86 and I'm having fun. And so I advise students as much as possible, look for the job that you would take if you didn't need a job. I mean, don't sleepwalk through life, and don't say it's all going to be great. I'll do this and I'll do that, and I'm just marking time to get to be older. That, as I've told people, that's like saving up sex for your old age. I mean, it just is not it is not a good idea. Yeah.
What are you urging them to do?
I'll explain it. Just what I'm talking about. Now, you really want to be doing what you love doing, and you can't necessarily find it on your first job.
Right.
But don't give up before you find it.
If I sit with $100 in my pocket, folks, there is no economy. If you want to be economic, you let money flow. It has to move. You got people in your company, managers and executives that are saving money. They save their money. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? We're saving money. How can you grow a department if you go home and all you do is save shit? You open up somebody's freezer and they got ice cream that's 3 months old. It's got this much left. You got Diet Coke that's 4 days old. It's got that much left in it, okay? You got Ziploc containers. You have whole cabinets of Ziploc containers and little plastic things where in case you had some leftover corn or peas or potatoes, you're like, don't throw it away. Save that. Save that much pork chop. Maybe I'll hit it tomorrow.
See, like this, somebody put this back in here. That's probably Elena doing that. There's no reason to put this back here. It reminds me of my mama. Reminds me of when I grew up. Save everything. It's a terrible product anyway. Why you want to save it? Look at this. She put 2 apples in here. Don't put them back in the refrigerator, man. Eat them or toss them. You're not going to go broke or get rich saving leftovers.
What are you guys doing, man? You got in your closet that you ain't ever going to wear. It don't fit you. It ain't fit you in years, right? How many of you got stuff at your house you could get rid of? You're trying to save stuff. Dude, how can you have new stuff come in when you're holding on to stuff that you don't even use? Right? So you have to use this. It only becomes valuable when it's used. Now the question is, what are you going to use it on? And the other question is, why don't you use it? Why are you so compelled to hold on to it? What do y'all think that is? You don't know how to get more. Number one reason, your mother did not know how to get a new shirt. That's why she put so much time and energy in cleaning the shirt you got a stain on. Okay? You broke a toy, your parents got upset with you. Can't believe you did that. What, did what, man? Dude, toys are to be broken. That's what a good toy is for, right? Right? I lost a quarter when I was 8 years old, and I would have thought my house was going to get torn apart because my dad became so upset about the quarter. You're playing with money. Never play with money. What are you doing playing with money? And that lesson pounded on me so hard, it kept me.
I like the people who never give up. And I've been proved this for so many years. I've seen so many great leaders in the world in many, many fields. Those people are always optimistic. They don't complain. Because of this, because of that. No, they think they complain, I was not that smart. I did not think about that clearly, so I had the need to change. So if you find people who always complain the others because he's not success, don't hire him, don't work with him.
As soon as you're doing something new, it's like being a toddler all over again. You get up, you fall down, you get up, you fall down, you get up, you fall down. And so businesses need to do that same thing. They need to remember that it's not that bad to fall down, and it doesn't hurt that much. When we try things like Amazon Web Services, we didn't know that was going to work. It has worked really well, but it's the kind of thing that if it hadn't worked, I always tell people, well, guess what? If something doesn't work, the day we stop doing it, all that will happen is our operating margins will improve. It won't be that bad. And companies get afraid. I think most companies get criticized for experiments that they tried that failed. But really, companies should be criticized for the omissions, the things they should have tried and didn't. And those almost always go unremarked.
I think that if you're a founder or entrepreneur, what you want to aim for is monopoly. You want to aim to build a company that is one of a kind and that it's so far differentiated from the competition that it's not even competing. And I think this is the conventional wisdom is always that capitalism and competition are somehow synonyms. I believe they're antonyms. A capitalist is someone who's in the business of accumulating capital. A world of perfect competition is a world where all the profits are competed away. If you want to compete like crazy, then you should just open a restaurant in Chicago. And I think the great companies like Google, is sort of the paradigm example I use, has had no serious competition in search since 2002, when it definitively distanced itself from Yahoo and Microsoft. And as a result, it's been generating enormous cash flows for the last 12 years.